So I was just saying, I said this on Monday, and then we went off on tangent and did something completely different. But what I'm sort of planning on doing now is sort of doing one day we're gonna look guard, and the next day in the week, gi, we're gonna do some sort of pinning position, because I feel that where we've been block training guard, or if we block training pinning, one part goes up of the game and then the rest of it gets diminished. And I want to try and build everything in tandem with each other. So the way I'm going to run it is it will be like guard, pin, pin, guard. So like a Monday and a Wednesday, we'll alternate. Yeah. So everyone, even if you train just one day a week, at least you're going to get one of those at some point throughout the thing. And then Saturdays, pretty much its own beast. So we'll just, because we've got 2 hours, we've got a little bit more time to spend on different things. So we'll do that, something different on Saturdays. So with that in mind, on Monday, we just sodded it all off and did the footlocks. So why not? We're not doing that today because I'm going to stick to the program. Okay, so we're going to look at pins. We're going to just start with something simple, just some simple movement stuff to get going. Okay, Chris. Okay, we're going to start inside. So let's start from side. Okay, starting here. Okay, all I want the person on top to do is to try and get to mounted position. Okay, a mounted position. All right, the person on the bottom. Okay, all I want you to try and do is stay on your side. So you're going to start flat. You get to your side. You're going to stay on your side. Yeah, the other person's still got to try and get to the mounted position. All right?
Straight from side
to mount. Yeah. Yeah, so go straight from side to mount. Person on the bottom, I want you to try and stay on your side. So you're going to start flat, you get to your side, and you stay on your side. This can be either side. So even if you switch, turn into them. Yeah? Turn into them. So you keep turning. Okay? Cool? Think about upper body control. Think about controlling the head and neck, yeah? So you're keeping that person under control while you're trying to get to the mounted position. Cool? Good? Fairly light, because we're still kind of not warm. Am I good? Okay, give it a go. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Keep flip-flopping. Let's go get the timer. Yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be great. Thank you. Lovely. Remember, you can have stop gaps, so you could go knee on belly and then into mount if you wanted to. You don't have to go. Sorry. Sorry. And now you're underneath. Ain't this a turn up for the books? That's what I said. I don't know. Mate, I feel you. I do. I feel you. If it gets too long in a position and you get too stale, just change, just flip, yeah? Nice, good. That's it. Good. Try and make sure you get both knees on the ground when you get to the mount. Okay? So like real stabilise that position. Can't hover mount. This ain't Back to the Future, mate. Nice. How low can you keep your hips, Jordan? How low can you keep your hips? How low can you keep your hips, Jordan? That's better. Nice. Okay, just another minute or so. Time, everyone. Good work, good work. What was your main focus of trying to control the person? Shoulder in his fucking face. Yeah, yeah, lovely. Well, he weren't nice to me, so I wasn't nice to him. Lovely. Same upper body control? Yeah. Yeah. And same? Yeah. Trying to focus on keeping everything pinned up there, up top, so they can't turn their shoulders. And if they're flat, that gives you the opportunity to be able to advance your position. Sweet. Okay, we're going to change it. We're going to change things around a little bit. We're going to go standing now. Okay, so you're going to go from standing. We're going to do what we call easy in, hard out. Okay, so you start from standing, move around. You've got to try and go for a takedown. If someone sets up a takedown, that could be a single leg, that could be a throw, whatever you want, okay, or a double leg. You set that up, and then the other person's going to allow the takedown. You're not trying to fight the takedown. You're not trying to defend the takedown. You're going to allow it to happen. But as soon as you hit the floor, the person who has been taken down, yeah, has to try and get back up to their feet in 30. You've got 30 seconds to get back to your feet. The other person has to try and pin you to the floor, yeah, for that 30 seconds, more or less. I'm not saying go, right? But you know when it's been too long, yeah, okay. So if you feel like you're pinned and you can't move, sweet, that's good enough for me, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Does that make sense? Yeah, cool, good. Okay, grab a new partner, play around with that. 1, 2, 3. One person does it, allow you to do it, and then you can switch. Yeah. There it is. Pin him. So once you're on the floor, you gotta get back up. Oh, you punch him in the face, and it's fine. He's. Yeah. You okay? I thought you were concussed for a second there. Okay, so you got to try. No, you got to try and get to your feet now, Paul. You've got 30 seconds. Good. More or less 30 seconds. All right, good. That's good. That's good. If you feel like it's a real struggle, and you feel like you're pinned, you can't move, just stop. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. like it. I like it. Beautiful. Nice. Pull him down to the ground. Whoop. Control him. We'll take it. Whoa, there's your mount. Try and stand up, Paul. Great. Okay, wicked. Keep changing.
Oh, God.
Nice. Take that. Whoa, that is cheeky. Lovely. Still no pin, no real pin.
We're on your side.
Was stuck in Paul's mount the other day. There's no fun there. No fun there at all. Paul just like dived down like a swallow. He just went. It's like you said allow the takedown.
It's just 10 minutes.
No, there's a minute 40 left. It's only one round of this, it's okay. You look at it going, this is no good. Just go for the legs, go for a single or a double. There we go. You control his legs, he cannot stand up. Fine. Good work, talk amongst yourselves. Well, it was quite nice. Yeah, it was good to see that actually. Some nice developments. People, what I saw a lot was people working their way up. So you may have got the takedown, you controlling the legs, and then working your way up to the hip and then to the upper body, which was quite cool. That's good to see. But what was quite nice to see was everyone was a lot of the time after the takedown trying to avoid the leg straight away and get the pin rather than trying to pass, like ending up into a guarded position or into like a allowing the person to have their legs in front, which is a good mentality to have when you're trying to take someone down from that standing position. You're landing in a position where you're dominant rather than a position that gives them the opportunity to to advance themselves. Yeah, so that's cool. Okay, we're gonna dial this in a little bit. So we're gonna kind of focus on mount, pinning from mount and escaping mount to start with, and then we're gonna build on that. Okay, so George, please. So we're starting a mount position here. Okay, we're looking the people on the back here. We're looking to try and obtain a frame off of the hip. Okay, a good frame to try and work for is to be able to put one arm across his hips here. So I'm making a 90-degree angle. We talked about this before about having a 90-degree angle being very strong. Okay, so this is going to go across his hip, and my other hand is going to try and reinforce here. Okay, so this will pin him to where I want him, and I can now start to move underneath. Okay, so this is what we're going to try and obtain. We're trying to get this. What we're going to do is we're going to start chest to chest here. Okay, and arms above my head. All right. The goal for me as the person on the bottom is to try and get my arms to this framed position here. Okay, cool, simple. So it's just a lot of upper body pummeling and movement to try and get our arms back. Okay, cool, simple. If you're dominating on top and you know, there's no success for the person on the bottom, just ease up a little bit and kind of open up little different options to allow people to try and get their hands back. Yeah. And then you can start tightening it up again. So manage that challenge point of it's too hard or it's too easy. Yeah. Try and make things, people work for it, but not lose all the fucking time because we're not learning anything. Okay, cool. Grab a new partner, give that a go. We'll go 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3. Keeps. You've got a general stench of niceness. Okay, go. Let's go. 5 minutes. Ease up a little bit if they can't move. Get them to work their arms back. How was that? Awful? Yeah. Did you manage to get your arms back?
Yeah.
Oh, really? To bring the prout and then slide down. That's quite good. That's quite good. Same similar thing or not?
Yeah, well, we started with low.
In a real fucked position.
It's just like getting a little
Movement. Yeah. Yeah. So like short, sharp movements. Yeah.
And then flipping onto the side.
So you got them off the base and then managed to, yeah. I think that's what I would look to do, is to try and off base as best I can, because if you're holding up here and the hands are locked or in tight and the base has gone from here to here, if I bridge and roll, you're going to be off balance. So the natural reaction is to put the hand out. If you put the hand out, you might give you an opportunity to bring that arm back. It also depends on the positioning of the person, right? If that person is high up on the chest, you'll need to work them back down to your hips to be able to get that across there, yeah? Cool? All right, lovely. Okay, let's do this then. We're now gonna look to try and snag, we're gonna look to try and snag an ankle, okay? So what do I mean by that? Cool. Go mount. So we'll look to either, we're gonna start with this frame, okay? I'm looking to try and get an ankle in between my legs, or better yet, his knee, yeah? So ankle or knee, yeah? You get a point for an ankle, 5 points for the knee, all right? Person on top, your goal is to try and get my arms back up high over my head, okay? If you get to there, let's give you a couple of points, 2 points to get up to there, yeah? Cool, good. So I'm here, starting this position. I've got to try and get ankle. Look at that, 1 point, yeah? Let's just say you need to control this for 5 seconds, yeah? If you get the knee, yeah, you get 5 points. Okay, person on top, you got to try and get the arms up high. You get there, you get 2 points. Cool, good. Okay, grab a new partner, 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Yeah, no, sure. Right, you put the frame there.
all the legs.
Okay, cool.
Huh? You alright? I said all the legs.
All of the leg. All of the leg or ooh, the leg? Ooh, the leg.
Yeah.
How's best to have your legs if you're going to try and snag it? Yeah, it's good. It's good. Nice. Well, that's just annoying, isn't it? Nice, George. That's good. That's solid. That's solid. Oh, 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 so annoying. That was good, that was good. Flip it over, flip it over. I like what you did though, you made the space with the hip and then you managed to get, you was going to try and hook the other side. That's really good.
Yeah.
Could have rolled with these.
I could have rolled you, but
Yeah, I thought I could roll it like that.
No, I mean, if you try to roll, it might have made a little bit of difference, but I think it was more your leg positioning than anything. Yeah, I think you were fighting to try and get your legs back, and you sort of allowed him with the hooks. But Paul has got a good mount, so can't be too mad at you. Like it. Think of ways that you can lift his foot. Lift his foot with your feet. Under, over. How'd you find that?
Very hard to get the arms up.
Let's get the arms up.
Yeah,
Up the person's up. Already got the, yeah. That's good, no, right? That's good. Quite like that. So it goes to show the person on top, you really need to try and control those arms as best you can, yeah? Before they manage to get that frame on the hip. On top of that, the person on the bottom, you know where you want to be now. You want to be putting those frames on the hip to try and create that space, yeah? Just some things to think about when we're trying to get those legs. How were you snagging the legs? I saw a few people were trying to shrimp and separate the knees. Or were you trying to step over the leg? Or were you trying to grab their foot and put it between your legs? Beautiful. That's fantastic, yeah. You guys, same?
Yeah, you were picking up my leg and then popping it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So using your hand anyway. So you've got that arm there and then you've kind of just grabbed the leg. Cool, sweet. You guys same? You guys were shrimping. Pushing the knee, yeah.
Frame that and then push the
Knee.
over your leg.
Yeah, and pushed in that one. Cool. So just something, Joe, please. Just some things to think about. What I quite like is a couple of things you can look to do. Yeah. So obviously, where Joe's trying to put the hands up here, she's coming forward to come here. All right. Again, and when I've got this frame in, look at my foot configuration. My leg configuration, I've got one up, one down. Yeah. If I go like this, she puts her hooks in. Okay, she can grapevine, she could lock her feet together, yeah, and really drive her hips down. So even now I've got this, it's very difficult for me to really try and escape because she's actually attached herself to me, yeah? So what I want, if I can, is to get my legs into a position where I've got one up, one down, which is what I prefer, okay? Now, actually snagging the foot. All the stuff you guys are doing, excellent, yeah? Come into your side slightly and trying to step over to draw it, fantastic. That's great. Like Jack, what are you doing? Coming here, just grabbing the leg and putting it. All great as well. And again, what you guys were doing, we were trying to, you were shrimping a little bit and then just bringing the leg in. Fantastic as well. So all really, really good stuff. But just some other things you can think about doing, what I quite like. If I can't step over, another thing I can look to do is to come under with my foot. So I could hook under and pull back and grab. Yeah. So that's just one other thing I quite like doing. And a lot of the other stuff is all just stuff you've highlighted, holding the trouser leg and just driving here, or stepping over. Yeah, all really good. Once we're in this position, generally speaking, it's quite easy to get the knee. What I like is just framing on the knee, and all I look to do is raise my bottom leg. And I turn in. I'm not trying to push the knee between my legs. I'm just raising my bottom leg under yours. So I'm pinning it where it is, and just raising my leg. Now I can turn back and I've got one half of my guard back. Yeah? Is that cool? So just some little ideas to play around with there. Okay, we can take that on to the next one. Cool? Okay, we're going to do some sparring. Before I do, just a reminder, we've got on the 4th of May, we've got Abby O'Toole coming down to do a seminar for us. World-class black belt, competes internationally all the time, international medalist as well. In my view, one of the top up-and-comers in the country at black belt. Definitely one to watch for the future, is my pick for the future, yeah? I'm a fan, so I would say that. So if you can come down, like I say, £20 a ticket, and we'll do a food donation for the food bank, yeah? So come down if you can, okay? So that's 4th of May. Right, let's do some sparring and call it a night. 1, 2, 3.